Yesterday, I went down to San Diego Reclaimed Wood, and I was rifling through their stacks and stacks of wood, and I came across this board. And looking at it from this side, I thought, oh, yeah, maybe there's some potential. And just on a whim, I turned it over and checked this thing out. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece of redwood. So what I'm going to do is going to try and make an entire guitar out of this piece of redwood. Okay, the wood has been cut into 3 pieces. This one is 18.5 inches, 18.5 inches, and this one is 12 inches. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to clean up these boards, and I'm going to slice them real thin so we can make them into guitar tops and guitar sides. I was able to cut each of these boards into 4 thin strips. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of those thin strips from these long boards. We're going to do what they call book matching, where you put them side by side, glue them up like that, and it'll make a beautiful back and a beautiful top. We'll use the rest of the wood for the rim of the guitar. Here we've got the back gluing up and setting up in what we call a go-bar deck. Use these fiberglass rods in this little situation to mainly to hold the board flat as it's gluing together, the 2 sides are gluing together. In the meantime, over here, we've got what will eventually be the top. It's been glued, and we'll thin that out when it comes time to turn it into a guitar, but it's basically set to go. And I took the sides and I trimmed them down a little bit. I don't know if you can see from this angle, but it's wider on this side and narrower on this side, and there's like a 28-foot radius curve there. Anyway, I just sort of taped it together so you could see what it would look like and where we're headed. Okay, I've got the top and the back thinned out to the thickness they're going to be when they're an actual guitar. This one, obviously, we'll cut a sound hole around here. We'll brace it up. And this one, we'll have a center strip down here using more of the redwood. And I saved enough redwood to do some braces across here for the back. And probably the most progress is over here on the rim of the guitar. All from that redwood that we used for the little side strips and braces here. Was able to use that original redwood. The only thing I wasn't able to do with redwood is the neck block here and the tail block there. Those are pretty crucial points of a guitar, and you need something a little bit stronger than redwood. And here it is, the box is assembled. You see, you've got the sound hole cut in, you sneak in there, you can see some of the redwood bracing we used. The top I braced with Sitka because it's stronger and it's lighter, and that's where most of the sound happens. But anyway, I love the way this piece of wood cleaned up. Next step is to finish it. I'm just going to put a few light coats of shellac on there, and it'll be ready to turn into a guitar. Now, aside from stringing up a guitar and playing it for the first time, we're about to do the most rewarding thing in guitar making. We're going to put the first coat of finish on this, and the best part is you just get to see how this wood comes to life. Now I'm going to put the phone down and actually do this for real. I'll show you when I'm done. And here it is. It's got a couple coats of shellac on there. Just look how pretty that wood turned out. Now this is definitely not perfect. Like if you come over to the sides here, you'll see some knots. You know, if this was a manufactured guitar, you wouldn't see flaws like that. But you know what? This thing used to be just a hunk of wood sitting in a salvage yard, so I'll take what I can get. Well, this is my favorite part of making guitars. All the parts are finished. It's time to assemble the neck onto the body, put some strings on there, and start playing some music. And just like that, it's a guitar. That is the story of how a 2x6 sitting in a salvage yard turns into a guitar. I've got it set up. I've got it tuned a little bit lower than standard pitch, about a half step lower than standard pitch, just because it's still easing into this new life as a guitar. It still thinks it's a 2x6 sitting in a salvage yard, so I'm going to give it some time to adjust to the pressure of these strings. Right now the action is really high, so I'm going to do some setup work on it, but it sounds like an instrument. When it's tuned up to pitch, it'll sound a little bit brighter, but I always love the way that redwood sounds. It's got a kind of a deep, mellow tone to it. I'll try and play a little bit so you can hear some more. There it is, friends. Thanks for watching.